Hey guys, I'm Benson Boone, and today I'm going to be chatting a little bit here with Milky.
I used to meet you down on Woods Creek Road. You did your hair up like you were famous.
I didn't really grow up very musically inclined. I guess I never was really into music that much until I was 18 or almost 18. I played piano a little bit when I was 15, 16. I have 4 sisters and they all took piano lessons, so I just kind of picked it up by ear. And then senior year of high school, we did a battle of the bands, and I was going to play the piano for my friend's band because he asked me to, and it was great, cool. But then our singer quit last minute, and so we had to find someone to sing, and I was the only person available, of course. And then I just found out that I could sing that day, and it ever since then, it's just kind of been a thing for me. But yeah, it's kind of just been this past year that I've actually really been in the music industry, writing my own songs and performing and releasing stuff. So it's been a crazy year for me. So the EP is called Walk Me Home, and I feel like it's kind of been an expression of my emotional status over this whole year, and the reason I called it Walk Me Home is over this past year, while I've been writing these songs, a lot of the time I've been in this headspace that's not too great. In this industry, I kind of just felt like I was thrown into a lot of things really quickly, and I guess I just was didn't feel really happy, but writing these songs were very therapeutic to me, and helped bring me to a place that I'm happy in. And so when I say walk me home, it's not someone walking me home, it's these songs walking me home. But I'm very proud of this body of work, and I'm glad it's finally out. I definitely think each song was very different. Some of the songs were written in a cabin in Montana. Some of the songs were just written in a little studio in LA. So I think all the songs have a different story, but they all my writing process is kind of the same for all of them, where I always sit down to the piano and I find chords that I like on the piano. And once I find those chords, I just sing melodies with random words, and whatever I sing with those random words, I try to listen back to those voice memos and write lyrics to the vowels that I sung originally in. And so that's kind of just my process of writing, but is what it is. I definitely grew up listening to a lot of pop soul music, like Adele and Sam Smith and Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder and Elvis Presley, and a lot of artists that heavily rely on vocals instead of production. And so I think I just kind of took after that because that's what I grew up listening to. But also I don't know, I love to just feel something. When I listen to music, I want to relate to it, and I want it to move me. And I guess when I write, I want other people to have the same effect. That's just, I guess, what I try and go for, and it ends up, being heartbreaking. In the stars, probably in the stars. Yeah, in the stars. I feel like the chorus of Let Me Go is one that I'm very proud of. And Let Me Go, it's kind of about my opinion of real love. The past 20 years, social media has been just growing and growing and growing and growing. And now, especially just over the past couple years, especially since the pandemic, it's gotten to the point where everyone expects life to be perfect and butterflies and rainbows. And with that, they expect relationships to be that way too. And it's really just not ever like that. Real love should be really hard, and it should suck sometimes. Like a lot of times, like most of the time it should be really, really hard, but like it's those few moments that you have with someone that are just amazing and like truly are the reason that you love them. Like that's what makes love so special. And that's what Let Me Go is about. And I'm very proud of that chorus because it's like truly what I believe. And you know, obviously, like, I'm not saying I'm perfect and that I love perfectly, but like I can step away and look at everything like with a young perspective. And you know, I think a lot of people can't. And yeah, I'm proud of those lyrics. I'm really looking forward to going to the zoo, which I know that sounds weird, but I think the zoo here is one of the most beautiful zoos ever, like in the world. But I don't know, I was really just excited to kind of experience the people here. I think, everywhere you go in the world, I feel like there's a lot of similarities everywhere, but also like there's huge cultural differences. But like all that aside, I just feel like Australians have the sick vibe. So I'm just been excited to be here. But the city's beautiful. I want to go to the water. I'm going to the beach tomorrow. Bondi. That's where I'm going tomorrow. And I'm really excited. I think I've been writing a few songs that I'm very excited about. And a couple of them I'm going to perform at these Australian shows and the show in New Zealand. I'm just excited for kind of a new era of Benson Boone music, and I'm excited for everyone to experience that and hear that, so hopefully they like it. But yeah. I think the most important thing Dan has taught me is definitely like doing what makes you happy. I think this industry is very cutthroat and like will take you for everything you're good at and then use you for that. And it's like, it's scary sometimes, but also like it also makes you feel like sometimes you can't do what you want. But really, like, I'm my own artist, Dan is his own artist. We all are like showing the world personal bits of, you know, our everyday life. And so it's very important to do the things that make you happy. And like whatever decision I make, I'm making it for me, not for a label, not for anyone else. And it is nice too to like to have a label that is supportive and a good team around me and people that care. But yeah, that's one thing Dan is very just appreciative of, is like working with people that like understand you and want to help you.
You did your hair up like you were famous, even though it's only church where we were going. Now Sunday mornings I just sleep in. It's like I buried my faith with you. I'm screaming at a God I don't know if I believe in, 'cause I don't know what else I can do. I'm still holding on to everything that's dead and gone. I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause this one means forever.
Definitely say Adele, Sam Smith, and John Bellion, probably. Olivia Rodrigo, 100%. Someday. Probably like just one of my favorite albums of all time is Doo-Wops and Hooligans by Bruno Mars. I feel like that's just it's a classic, you know. This is like a little out of my range, but probably Top Gun Maverick. Probably. That's just such a good vibe, you know? Oh, dude. Actually, some really random things. Sometimes when I perform, like, have you ever been in a situation where, like you know you should be focusing on someone or something, but, like, your brain wants to, like, think about other things? And it's like you'll be having a conversation with someone, and you're like, Lucky Charms. But then, like, you know you should be listening to what they're saying. It's like that where, like, sometimes I know that I should be thinking about the next lyric or like what I have to sing when I'm on stage, but then I'll think of something totally completely random. So like really, you never really know what's going on in my head when I'm on stage. It could be quite literally anything. Hannah Montana. Probably When We Were Young by Adele. I feel like it's, yeah. There's like kind of no explanation for that. It's just such a good song. I feel like that's like the first song I really loved to sing. John Bellion. John Bellion is the first person I ever saw in concert, and that was like life-changing. I mean, that's like the reason he's my inspiration. He's just so talented, so good. John Bellion. John Bellion for sure. Yeah. Spice Girl. Skater Spice. That's kind of nice. Skater Spice, that's kind of nice. Yeah, that's it. When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. Such a good song. The High School Musical soundtrack. It's so good. I love that. I love that movie. I mean, movies, but like, yeah, on my own time, I will listen to that. And I definitely feel like, you know, if my boys were to be there, they'd be like, "You all right? You all right, bro? What's going on?" But you know, they don't have to know unless they're seeing this. I feel like Michael Jackson has probably had like one of the biggest impacts on the music industry ever. But I think lately Harry Styles definitely. Probably just to relax and take it day by day. I think sometimes like I kind of go through this cycle where like I do relax and like I can just take it day by day, and then like it builds up and I stress too much and think too much and everything becomes too complicated, and it's like, yeah, just it's all gonna be fine. I mean, we're on a floating rock in space. It doesn't even matter. I think it was right when I quit American Idol. Like, making that decision is when I really decided that I really want to pursue music and be a musician for the rest of my life, and I'm very glad that I did. It was the best decision I think I've ever made. No offense to American Idol. Love you.